Hi guys, welcome to a new video and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Robin Chandelka and I'm a life coach specialized in helping people with anxiety recovery, mental health, spirituality and personal development. So I'm very happy to have you today on my channel to discuss another important topic. Today I really want to talk about Corona. And I don't think I've actually made a video on Corona on this channel. I know I've made some on my Dutch channel. But they were mostly focused on how to individually handle this corona crisis instead of collectively. And with these new variants, these new kinds of corona coming and just creating wave after wave, I feel like it's necessary for me to make a video about this because I feel like the bigger picture, the more spiritual picture, is completely being neglected because we're looking at numbers, we're looking at the here and now, and we're not able to look at the future and how we can use this crisis to transform collectively. I'm very aware that this is a sensitive topic as we're talking about life and death, so I'm not trying to impose this view as the right view or the right approach or whatever. I'm just trying to reflect a little bit on some things that I've reflected on myself over these last 2 years, and I hope this just gives some perspective for some people. So let's just dive straight in. I want to start by first of all explaining why I think Corona is happening, if we put it spiritually and globally, like if we view it from a distance. I think that one of the most important principles to understand in life is that balance is always there. Like everything is always in balance, and it doesn't mean that right here and now things are out of balance, that this means that the world is out of balance, because to be out of balance is sometimes necessary for balance itself. Over the last years and decades, we have gone so much into the destructive side of consumption, of the environmental crisis, of mental health, of physical health. I think people got tired from just running around in this rat race and in the way we were living our lives, trying to hide our pain with consumption and all of that. That this whole crisis is a necessary reaction of the universe to say, sit your ass down, we need to slow down, we need to reflect on all this, and we need to change. Basically, that's what this whole crisis is about. We need to change for our physical health, for our mental health, and for our world health, basically for our collective health. One of the worst things we can then do as a response to that universal response to how we were living our lives is to resist what's happening. And I think that has been going on for 2 years. We are resisting these fires, we are fighting it, we are trying to go back to living life the way it was before. And that is completely not the point. That is completely the last thing we need to do. I think what we need to do is completely surrender to the fact that this virus is happening, that this crisis is happening, to surrender to that, to accept that, and instead of wanting to go back to the way things were in the past, to say, how can we grow from this? How can we learn from this? And what is this actually teaching us? And the metaphor I always use for that is every challenge we get as human beings is like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. A caterpillar, which was how we were before Corona, is just a caterpillar. It's not good, it's not bad, it has its flaws. But in order to become a butterfly, in order to become better and evolve, it needs to go into a cocoon, which is this corona crisis. It's basically, we're stuck in a cocoon, we can't get out, we're trying to resist it, but we can't. And we need to surrender to this cocoon in order to become a butterfly. There are a lot of structural deficits in the way we were living our lives, and this whole crisis, I think, is trying to teach us how to solve those flaws, how to become better and evolve. This is why the first point, as I was saying, is to change our perspective from resisting this virus to completely accepting it and surrendering to it. Because all the energy we're right now wasting to trying to go back to the way life was before by taking measures and then dropping the measures and then taking them back is basically resisting the fact that we're in this cocoon. We're trying to go back to being a caterpillar, but we can't, because our destiny as human beings is to become this butterfly. So how practically do we do that? How do we surrender? How do we focus on growth? And how do we actually become a butterfly so that we can beat this virus, or basically transform higher so that we can adapt ourselves to not being able to suffer from this virus anymore, instead of just basically letting the virus run its course and determine how we either take measures or drop it. I think the most important thing to start focusing on is, instead of fighting a virus, fighting sickness, to strive for better health. It was Mother Teresa who said that she would never fight against something, she would always strive for peace. It's much more productive and it's much more efficient to have a positive focus on improvement and love and evolution, instead of on resisting something negative, because what we fight we strengthen and what we resist persists. So instead of fighting this virus, we need to start focusing more on improving our mental and physical health by focusing on exercise, on immune system improvement, on mental health improvement, on meditation. We basically don't even know or realize how much self-healing capacities the brain has. We are meant to heal ourselves. We are programmed and built to heal ourselves, but we're not discovering those qualities because we're focusing all our energy on fighting this virus. So we need to focus on how we can grow, how we can go stronger, mentally and physically, so that the virus can't even touch us anymore, so that we can become so strong, so ready to handle anything, that the virus just basically can't reach us anymore. But all that is being completely neglected. We're only focusing on vaccines and measures, and I'm not against vaccines. I'm completely vaccinated, but I'm just saying that the focus is completely off if we want to grow and actually improve from this and transform from this and ever want to get past this. We need to start focusing on different ways to approach things, because if we keep focusing on the negative, we're going to keep getting negative. If we keep fighting this virus, we're going to create more of the virus. However, but if we continue on focusing on positive health and striving for better health, better immune systems, better mental health, we're going to get more of that. The third thing I want to say, which is the second kind of how to handle this and how to transform out of this cocoon, is not only to improve our physical health and our mental health and transform individually and collectively, of course, but also how we need to start focusing on why this is happening on a more global environmental scale. I think the way we were running our lives, the things we were doing, the things we were attached to are basically the things that made us sick. We were focusing too much on consumption, on work, on stress, on handling stress by basically distracting ourselves with partying, with alcohol, with consumption again. And we need to reflect on the things that were structurally wrong in the past and how we can handle them and change them for a better future. So instead of wanting to get measures, drop the measures so we can go back to how we were living our lives as a caterpillar, we need to start focusing on how our lives are going to look like once we become a butterfly, by focusing more on unconditional happiness instead of tying our happiness to external things, such as traveling, such as whatever you attach your happiness to. We can find that happiness by meditating, by going into ourselves, by connecting authentically to other people. And that is the real spiritual challenge, I think, of this corona crisis, to find a deeper level of happiness, a deeper level of peace. And if we focus on that positively, if we look at this entire crisis as something that is happening for us instead of to us, our way of handling things becomes a lot different, because we start to be motivated by love and positivity instead of negativity and anxiety and fear. So I think those three things are so necessary to look at and are completely being neglected, which is frustrating me. But again, I am really a big believer of having that positive focus and That's the reason why I made this video today. So I'm gonna end it here, but I'm really interested on if you guys think this is interesting, think this is necessary to discuss. So please let me know in the comments if you would like me to make another video going more in depth about these 3 themes or explaining other things we can do. I'm really willing to reflect more on this and to talk a little bit more on this. So let me know in the comments or send me a message on Instagram or something like that, because it's so important. This is going on globally. There's such a big opportunity to grow and transform from this and to love each other more and to love ourselves more and to become healthier and stronger, but that is completely being neglected. I hope you have a good day. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're strong. I hope you're well. I wish you all the love and peace in the world, and I really hope to see you on my next video. So see you guys later. Bye bye.